Hello everyone, welcome to another session of VigyaVastuNAstrology Studio. And today we are one of our most favorite teachers, Shikha Makhija ma'am. And today the session will be on one of a topic where she excel at, which is Nadi Astrology. And the session will be in English in a free flowing format. I'll ask the questions, and she being the teacher, she'll give us her expert guidance and answers. So thank you everyone for joining. Welcome, Shikha ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Today, the day is on you, the light is on you. And I recently, we have come across a lot of YouTube videos telling about Nadi astrology, and Nadi is becoming so much popular, especially in North India. We know it has roots from South India, and as it is gaining popularity in North India, so I think this session will be helpful for all the people who are unaware about this science and how brilliant it is. So, we can start. I'll ask you questions, and if you want to give us some introduction before you start.
Yeah, so Deepati, I know that you have taken this Nadi sessions with Dinesh sir, and you are already aware about the beauty of the system, right? And see, before coming into Nadi, I was doing Parashar, I was doing KP. I was very good at KP, if I say so. But then once I started Nadi, I feel it is so easy, snapshot method. I can just see the main chart and I start. Tak, 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 tak. So I love the system and I have been teaching the system from 2017. I started with Pfizer on his channel, uh, level 1 and level 2. After that, I have even done level 3, that is on my own plan. So, yes, it's been a good journey, a very memorable journey. Done lots of batches. So, we are starting a new batch and hopefully,
And hopefully students will get to learn from one of the best teacher out there. And you are doing this from so long. I know you have so much knowledge, but we'll start with the basic questions so that we can build a level for everyone who is joining in and not go directly to advanced level. So I'll just start with the basic questions, and I want you to tell what more about Nadi Jyotish. What is Nadi? Who was the founder of this branch, and how did it become so popular recently?
yeah, so basically, the Nadi that we are doing is Bhrighu Nadi, right? This was popularized by Ajira. Sir Ajirao. We are very, very thankful to him. Though if you go and read his books, you will not understand, especially the Bhrighu Nandi Nadi book, having 502 charts, where he has not even mentioned the ascendant, he has not mentioned the birth date. So, and he has just given a chart and gone about it. This is the event that happened in this. So it was so difficult. So when we first started Nadi, we started learning with Mr. Babu Rao. And then he used to tell us, he will just put a rule. Okay, like if Mars and Mercury are together, you will have a break in your education. And now we were 40 students over there. And then we started seeing, ki, okay, my son's chart has this, but there is no break. Now he's into job. So he did not teach us riders. That's where we got stuck up. So then I said, no, this method KP is best. And then for 2 years, I didn't even look at it. And then we started learning Nadi. Then I understood what is really happening. Matlab, for learning Nadi, I think the major concepts of Parashar are to be forgot.
You have to
You have to unlearn what you
learn
have learned
and then learn.
and then learn Nadi because Nadi then becomes so easy for us to learn because this system does not do any Varga charts. We don't need any Varga charts to do Nadi. We just need a natal chart, the basic P1 chart that we call. We don't use any Dasha systems.
Yeah,
We
I
don't use,
that later.
we
How
use
it is.
only, yeah, no Vimshotari Dasha, no Char Dasha, no Yogini Dasha, nothing. Just a basic P1 chart, and we can find out everything about that native by just looking at. the demon. It's so most of the time, this system does not even follow the ascendant. The moon placement is also not shown. Most of the Ajirao charts don't have a moon placement, they don't have an ascendant. Ajirao himself combined two types of plants. He combined Bhrighu and Nandi, and he named it as Bhrighu Nandi Nadi. These two nadis came together. These are two full granthas. He worked on both of them, and then he termed his own inventions as Bhrighu Nandi. But when you go deeply into it and you understand his way of thinking, then you really get what he wants.
I'm sure I mean, I was also one of them who opened Bhrighu Nadi one day and thought we will do it. And after doing 10, 15, 20 pages, you just do not understand what he's trying to say because you need to see from his perspective. And you're right, doing Parashari for so long, you have to first forget and then learn. I will not say forget, but keep those rules aside because some rules are contradictory here.
Correct. But forget in the sense, see, the base of everything is Vedic Parashar.
That's true.
Finally, you have to integrate both the systems. That is when you get the best results. Like if I'm doing only Bhrighu Nandi Nadi, I'm not taking the ascendant, I'm not taking the moon. Then when we saw that we are taking the ascendant, we are taking the combinations, oh, this is the eighth lord and Rahu is connected to it, then we got better results.
So,
So
like,
yes, learn Nadi, be good in Parashar and combine both of it. That
blend
is
and
the first
best of.
blend. Correct.
So, ma'am, my next question is you have answered it partially, but what is the basic difference between Parashari or what we call Vedic and Nadi astrology? If you have to give broad points between both them.
Yeah, so basically, I already told you that it is without the Virga charts, it is without the Dasha system. Base of Nadi is the Karak Tattvas that we give to the planets. Total Nadi depends upon Karak Tattvas of planets. If you become and look, if you become very good with the Karak Tattvas, you will understand what each planet is doing on each level. One thing that I found very difficult to do in Parashar way was finding out the strength of a planet at a glance. Look, there is a Shadbal, and then BP Goyal sir was teaching Shadbal to us. I told him, sir, let's do a Shadbal class. And he said, no, that system is very incomplete. It is not complete. So how do we see the strength of the planet? Most of the time, the exalted planet is so very badly damaged that will not give good results. And a debilitated planet also gives very good results. So, yes, good astrologers, they can see at a glance, even by Parashar way, if you are too good at it. But Nadi is so simple. I will just see a planet, and in 1 minute, I know this planet is good for him or not. What are the problems that he'll be facing? There are snapshot rules. I want to see people will say, okay, they'll just put a chart and they'll tell me how is the marriage life. I will see only one point and say married life is good, married life is not. I don't have to see D9, I don't have to see seventh lord. Yeah, so many things I don't. I will see that one point is present. Yes, married life is good.
So it's like a snapshot or
Yeah.
instant. So if we see someone doing these snapshot instant prediction, we can say that okay, maybe they're using Nadi to help.
Yes, yes, of course. All of them are using Nadi nowadays. Even people have got famous just by doing Nadi. My main drawback is I don't like coming too much in front of screen. Otherwise, I think I'm the first from teaching Nadi online, and I could have taken advantage of that. But it's okay. It's all. I'm good at other things. So that's okay. That's nothing. This thing about it. But all of them, I see all the astrologers now, whoever are online, are using Nadi tools somewhere or the other. They are mixing them together. They are using it amazingly, I should say. One
That's
or two of them that I see are doing amazing work. But many of them give their half-baked idea. So, yes, we can just ignore it.
internet is full of noises, so we can learn
Yeah.
to.
Yes. So you should be following the right person if you want to learn or any other system. See, even in Vastu, I see so many things. Now people on Instagram make reels, this, that. Arey, you do this, you'll become a millionaire. If this was a case, whole of India would be millionaires because we are watching their reels,
We being
isn't
yoga,
it?
we cannot supersede, we cannot go above the yogas present in the chart.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, we can manifest, we can speed up the things a little bit, but we cannot become Ambanis all of a sudden. I
Then there,
don't think so.
then there'll be no Ambani as such. No, there's only one Ambani.
Yeah, correct. That's what. And so, so many things like it has become so much. I don't know how to go. That's okay.
So we'll keep that aside, and I'll ask. Coming to our next question. So you mentioned we don't use any divisional chart, dasha, nothing we use what we use in Parashari. Then how are we able to make predictions and time events? What are the
Yeah.
tools that we use?
Yeah. So basically, we'll use 9 planets. Bhrighu Nandi Nadi is also called a Navgra system of planets.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah.
And we'll use all the Karakatvas we have. Plus, for timing of events, we progress planets. And not only one planet, we progress all the planets. The crux of the matter of timing events lies in moving all the planets at one time and coming to the event. That is what you have to learn in Nadi. Not just if you just learn that much, you will be able to time events very beautifully. But when you progress, but that is very difficult. You literally have to work on it. It will not come to you in a like say month or a two. Work on it, take charts, find out events from people, see what planets were there at that time. You too have done it. Within a minute, you can find out Bhagyodaya. I know that you can find timing of marriage. I know that. You all can do it now because you all were taught by a very good teacher. So
So, ma'am, you mentioned about progression, and I would like you to deep dive more on the progression part because, see, one is progression and one is transit. How to differentiate progression from transit?
yeah. So progression has a fixed number of years we take for each planet. Those are fixed. Now, on that also, there are variations. Someone will take 10 years, someone will take 20, 10, 12 years. Basically, the progression of planet and a transit of planets, right? Transit is fixed. Like we know that Saturn is going to transit in this and this Rashi from so and so. In progression, it is approximate. We take that approximate. And there is not only one layer, there are 3 layers of progression. Transit is fixed, but progression is approximate. We'll take those number of years, but in progression, there is a smaller progression, then a smaller, progression, which will give you the exact time of the event. So, like, suppose if I'm taking a progression of a planet, say Saturn, right? Saturn takes 2.5 years in one Rashi. So to go through one full Bhar chakra, it is taking 30 years, right? So progression of Saturn is 30 years. But per Rashi, it is 2.5 years. But see, the event will not happen for 2.5 years. So
So,
then I need to bring in other things to find that minute timing of events when it is actually going to happen.
um, now we are done with progressions. You mentioned we use only Karkas in Nadi astrology, and it's a strength of Nadi. So I want to ask, do the Karkas remain same as we use in Parashari, or there is some changes in the Karkas also here?
Yeah, so most of the karakas are the same, just like Parashari, but there are big major differences in Nadi. Like in Parashar, the seventh lord is the spouse. Jupiter is taken as for a female, Jupiter is the karaka of the spouse. But in Nadi, it is always Mars. That
Hmm.
is a major, major difference that I can give you. Plus, there is one more. Jupiter is a karaka for children also. But in Nadi, I will always take Sun. And we have got results with this. So whenever we have to time key when I will get a child, we will only look at Sun,
Hmm.
the first rate. And if I have to find what the husband, where the husband is coming from, or when will I get married, or anything related to marriage, anything. What will my husband be doing? Is it a good time for my husband? I'll look at Mars. I don't look at Jupiter. So that gives perfect answers. Perfect answers. How if you know how to do.
So Karkas, just like every branch, will have some modification here, and we need to learn those minute aspects also.
Correct, correct. You need to learn. See now, most of them they say Rahu is a destroyer or a negative planet, this, that. But if you see millionaires charts, without Rahu, they have not become millionaires. No way. A combination in Nadi will always give you a millionaire. If you see at a glance, you will come to know this is a millionaire's chart, right? Mhm.
So we have a lot of knowledge. And
Yes.
my next question is, ma'am, you mentioned about we are talking about Nadi, so there should be some chapters that are best described in Nadi. So what do you think some topics or chapters that are best taught in Nadi astrology, or we can learn the best from Nadi?
Yeah, so if I say my own strong point, maybe marriage is my favorite chapter because all the rules that I give in marriage are always working in all the charts. Because marriage was one subject I did so many, I literally sat with so many charts. One rule I used to work on it for days, days, days. If it would work on 80% of charts, that rule I have taken for my life. So, and it is my largest chapter, I think. So that is my strong this thing. Plus, there are, I think, retro planets, retrograde. The way Nadi explains, no one can explain. Even exchange of planets. In these two chapters, I've learned to name Nadi well. Otherwise, I was always confused what this retro planet is mean for me. But I got a clear picture after doing Nadi what is exchange of planets and retro planets. Plus, I think at some point, even the past life is too goodbye.
But I think past life is a very advanced topic for someone who is just starting to learn Nadi. But
Yeah.
yeah, what you mentioned about retro and exchange, many people I've seen getting confused. Even I initially used to get confused what exchange is doing when it gets active and all. But right. And
There are so many questions about exchange. What happens when planets exchange a house? What are they doing? Are they good? Is this exchange good? The planet is crossing over some planet. So is the planet getting the effect of this exchange? And when do the exchanges get active? All these questions are very, very easy by mind. You
hmm,
cannot explain. I cannot explain it by Parashar. Others can do. I know. I cannot get it.
when we talk about exchange and retrogression, there's one more topic that comes up, which is combustion. So do Nadi also take combustion to some? I mean, do we take combustion in Nadi?
Uh, Planet very close to the sun. Na? So if I explain this, I think to some level, you will also agree. Now, sun is a king, right? And I am sitting next to a king. So will I not become an important person?
If I'm next to Chief Minister, Prime Minister, I'm most important person.
Yeah, yeah. So exactly, a planet very near to the sun, yes, sun will start burning. But how do you feel sitting next to a king? You are an important person, that's why you are sitting next to a king. Means you hold that position. Na? Everyone cannot sit with the king.
So
So you can look at it this way also. And yes, degrees in Nadi is very, very, very important.
degrees are very important.
That is the main how we go about Nadi. See, you will have a combination. Everyone born on your day will have the same combination, right? And person born 2 days after you will also have the same combination. But in such case, Mercury will go ahead of Sun maybe, or 2, 3 days apart. Matlab you and so what is the difference between you and him? It's only the degrees of the planets.
True. And that also clarifies or gives answer to people who say everyone born on the same day will have same combinations. How do you differentiate? So I think that
Yeah.
an answer to that question.
Yes, yes. Moon degrees will change, and then Desh Kalpatra, of course, it'll work. You need to know the from where this chart is coming. You need to have that some background, right?
I have one very off-top question, which is not usually asked. That when we do Namkaran in Parashar, we see the degree of moon, the nakshatra, and we decide the syllable that is coming, and we name the children after that. If you're not using moon as such in Nadi, how do we do Namkaran Nadi?
Never take that now. From since I've learned Nadi, I never do naming by moon. What if your moon is in the eighth house?
Yeah, problem.
And what if, say, Ashtama dosh is not there for Cancer sign? But what if Cancer is in the eighth house? Means I will be activating that house. And if there are bad effects on that house already, that person I'm naming, and everyone is calling him by that name and activating that house again, again, again. So how do I even give that name and think that it'll give him good results?
Hmm.
It is not possible. So now the best way is find out the best combination in your chart and go and find out that combination represents to what deity and find out if moon is supporting you, then go for that akshara. So lots of work goes in Namkaran of a child. And this is my one of my most, you can say, best this thing consultation. That
Hmm.
people love this consultation of mine because I give them reason. And now those children have also grown up, so they are seeing the results. They are very studious, getting highest marks and all that. So yes, all God's grace. So,
That's
but
good.
Moon, see, most of the time, yes, Moon, all of them know the system. Even if you just go online and check, they will always give you more. Sure. But if Moon is in good houses, no problem. But what if Moon is, say, not even in bad houses, but badly afflicted, having no strength? It is debilitated. So why do I strengthen that house?
True. Absolutely true. And another very big topic that we associate Nadi astrology is with remedies, because we have heard they are so much, they have emphasized more on remedies. So I want to ask, are the remedies similar to what we hear in Parashar or Vedic Jyotish, or they're completely different or are a blend of two?
Yeah, so see, remedies are all the same. In Nadi, it is not कि भाई, I can give you something very different. Only the way of looking at it is different. Like, I will see what combination is giving you bad result. This combination is giving you which deity, and I will tell you the rest. So it's very easy to do that. And plus, gems and those, so there is Ajirao has never given, he will only go tell, visit this temple and this and that. So even we do the same. But forming these combinations, once you know how to do it, you can never be stuck up in remedies anyway. You just need to know key which combination represents what. So remedies also become very simple. Namakaran becomes simple. Only thing you will have to learn is combination of planets.
Hmm, that's
And in combination of planets, again, there is a chapter like friendship and enmity. So in Nadi, the friendship and enmity is very clear. You don't have to look at the basic. Yes, there are two, the Devas and the demons. Two, this thing are there. But Panchta, Maitri, immediate Maitri, like temporal Maitri, all those things you don't have to see. This is a friend, this is an enemy, this is neutral. Learn it, forget it.
hmm,
And how they help you is a great thing that you learn it. And from there only you find out the strength of the plan. Just by knowing these simple things, that's why Nadi becomes very easy.
hmm,
Because see, people who are coming and learning Nadi, they already know the basics. So to just learn a little more how to use these basics is what Nadi is to do in a simple way. And once you learn Nadi, you can become excellent in Parashar. because at the back of your mind, you are always doing that nadi thing in your head. So you don't even have to think what I'm saying is right or wrong.
So it's like you have a cushion to fall back on, even if you're getting
Yeah.
confused. You know
Correct,
in which direction to start with.
correct. Absolutely.
Okay, ma'am. We have talked so much about about Nadi, and you also told us that you're coming with the course. So my question is, and if I am a student, I want to enroll in your course, what can I expect from the courses? I mean, and at the end, when I complete the course, how proficient I'll be in Nadi astrology, in checking charts and analyzing charts. So just for the general public.
So the courses are always like they start from the basic and go up to the advanced. We take a full course of 30 plus sessions, 2 hours each session, the whole courses. Now, I come and teach, or a teacher will come and teach. Okay, they will give you homework. It depends upon you. I am teaching you 10 rules. These 10 rules on how many charts you are practicing. And are these 10 rules? That work has to be done by the student. You can ask me any number of questions, no problem. My support is always there for the students. And anytime they ask me questions, okay, they also themselves, among themselves, can come and discuss charts. We take special sessions for that. And plus, Dinesh sir also is going to take a few sessions in which he is very good. Foreign settlement, childbirth. So I have invited him. Uh, so I think the students of this course will get the best of both of us.
And coming to the second part, will I be very proficient in analyzing charts? I mean, if I'm doing regular with my homework and I've done everything, learned
Yes,
rules.
I think if you all go on our what is being taught in class and you're working on charts, I think it'll take you maximum 6 months to 1 year to become good at math. I think, what about you? I don't know how much you have worked, but I feel, yes, you were one of the best students in Nani classes. So I don't know, how do you feel about it? I should be asking you this.
Maybe I have learned, and I feel because I had a base in the Parashar, I was able to learn more, appreciate more, and I also had a question when I'm checking a chart. After the classes were finished, I took some time to comprehend everything because everything was new to me. I had to unlearn and then learn. So it was new, but after I comprehended and started blending and appreciating, things became very easy. It was like you see, you know, 70% you'll be sure that this is the problem or this
Yeah.
is the answer. You can just verify using Parashari or some other things, but 70% you're sure, okay, this is the thing and this is the timing.
Right. So it all depends how much you grasp and how clear you are with the concepts. Though the concepts are not very difficult, but you have to go and learn those concepts. It is not like I'm taking a lesson today, Saturday, and you all are not doing anything. Come next Saturday, attend the next lecture. No, you learn whatever I've taught you in the previous session
And
because
that's
learning is most important.
we have to
But
work.
I assure you, like Parashar and Vedic takes years and years to just go and learn to become at this level. Nadi does not require. I
That's
feel it that way. I don't know how the others feel. I have felt it that way. Maybe see, some people cannot gel with Nadi. Some cannot gel with Gemini. So it's all depending upon different people.
that's
It
true, ma'am.
also depends upon people having combinations in their chart. These people will like Nadi, they will stay with Nadi, they will stay with KP. So that also is there. And each to his own.
Well, that's true. Everyone has their own inclination, but yeah, Nadi is somewhat easier. I will not say simple, but
Easy.
easier to
Yeah,
comprehend.
easy.
And
And since you just have to, go through the notes, okay, this is a combination that, okay. If you just go through few times and you learn that, I think Nadi will never.
that's true.
And learning Nadi makes you very confident. Most of the time, I cannot go wrong with this. Right.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am. And before we end, I have one last question for everyone out there. not everyone can come and join the course right now. They might be having some apprehensions or might some obligations to fulfill. If someone wants to start their journey in Nadi, how will you suggest? What will you suggest them to start with? What resources to start with, or in which direction to start with?
Yeah, so basically, I will suggest reading Nadi books by different authors. Of course, Aji Rao himself has written so many books. We can always start with that. But if I ask you this question, what do you feel about it? Can you learn Nadi without? See, even I took years to learn Nadi, and you won't believe I learned this Nadi 3 or 4 times with the same teacher, repeating his full courses.
No,
That's when I understood what is Nadi actually. Maybe it took me some time. Yes. Um, you all young people can grasp everything so fast and so nicely. It was a bit difficult.
no, I remember going through the Adi Rao book, and the first thing I saw that he doesn't say Rahu Ketu, he said dragon tail, dragon head. So these things take a lot of time because he does not give you the entire chart. He says this event happened in this year. So going just by the book will take a lot of time, and learning through a teacher is what I will suggest. But you being the teacher, I wanted you to answer.
I have learned it from all the teachers, A.V. Sundaram, Nayak sir, other teachers, Babu Rao, as I said, some by Sunil Don, but not Nadi, not Bhrighu Nandi Nadi, but he also gave us a beginning of other things in Nadi. Till time, I had never heard about Nadi. So, yes, I have also been to many teachers and I have got the best of all the teachers in my course.
So you will get to learn the best from all the teachers and your learnings in
Yes.
this one single course.
Right.
I'm out of questions, ma'am. That was what I had in mind. And thank you so much for patiently answering all the questions for the entire
No,
population on YouTube.
I think I should thank you for this wonderful session. I hope people go and watch it. Dear people, dear friends, those who have not subscribed our channel, please go and subscribe. And we have a community on WhatsApp. If you all want to join that, please send us requests on email or just send us on WhatsApp that you want to join. This it is where we give our uh, offers, updated courses, offers for the courses, and plus you can announce this our membership plan.
Ma'am, you're the best person to announce. I'll be the one to enroll.
Yeah, so we have started a membership plan. We plan to bring all the students together who have been with us. They have this platform to discuss things among themselves. This will be every Saturday, 9 p.m. And the membership fees are very nominal. Even mentors like William Sir and Dinesh ji and all the senior astrologers will come and guide. So if people want to join this, please go and search for our membership plan or just WhatsApp us on the numbers given or email us, whatever is convenient to them if they want to join this membership plan. Membership plan includes even if a doubt clearing sessions of the past sessions that we have taken or a full session on one chart discussion, one topic, whatever. They can, the senior astrologers can also present their research papers. They can take up a class. So all this is included in the platform. Even there is a blog, the new website has a blog where everyone can submit their blogs and they will be published with their names. It will be like a student's platform purely, a
That,
connection of all the students. They will learn a lot of things. I myself will learn a lot of things from there. So hopefully
no, that's a
we
great. I think you can for this uh, ease of everyone can give the description link in the description. So you just click
yes,
and check.
sure. The link for enrolling for this membership will be given in the description box.
And for the course also, your course.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and guiding us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I thank you for this. Thank you so much. I enjoyed doing this with you.
Same here. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
So it feels so strange to be on my own platform and being on the other side. I'm so nervous today.
No, no, no.
I now understand what the teachers feel when I do this with them. But
So
then,
I am on this side only. I'm always been on this side, asking questions, asking my queries. So I'm very comfortable. But